So I was on YouTube and I saw this and I had to click it. The next thing you know, I spent 4 hours playing a Japan-only PS2 game. And this game felt like Sony accidentally made their own Sonic and then just completely ignored its existence. It's called Chain Dive. Chain Dive is a physics-based, momentum-heavy action game where you play as a guy named Shark. He's an ice sky ninja? Yes, he is. And immediately, the game hits you with something weird. The menu is in English, the objectives also English, everything else full Japanese. Oh, it tells you how to skip the cutscenes. In English. It's almost as if they know I don't speak Japanese. They translated the game enough to say, welcome, figure it out. Who's this guy? And why does he look like me? So his name must be Barracuda or something, right? Well, it's actually Ares, like the god of war. Since the game is mostly Japanese, I had to figure out the controls. So I sat there in the first level, pressing everything. X to jump, square to sword, R2 lets you chain and dive, and triangle. Triangle uses some of your HP and turns you into a light show. And well, it also freezes everyone around you, who would have thought. And everything else does nothing. Now here's where things got interesting. The more I played the game, the more I realized this is truly the closest PlayStation has ever come to having their own Sonic. Except instead of running fast, you're swinging through the air with a chain, managing momentum, chaining combos, while trying not to get hit or fall into the abyss. There's even a rank system that appears at the end of every stage. It's Sonic, but instead of a hedgehog, you're Shark. At first I thought, okay, this game is just like any other beat 'em up side scroller. I'll just shing 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 and I'm good to go. You don't just hit enemies, you have to freeze them, then dive into them, chain that into another enemy, and keep the combo going. Because your combo gives you HP, allows you to deal more damage, and it is also very satisfying. If you get hit or take too long, it's gone. Oh, and you can't touch the ground either. Then there's the energy bar. If it empties, no sword until it fully recharges. At first I thought, what's the point of this? It's never gonna empty. Wrong. It drains surprisingly fast when you're spamming square. It drains faster than holding on to that X that you know you should let go, like you already had that closure talk and your friends are tired of hearing about it, but it's still on your mind because... And then the game introduces its greatest enemy. Not bosses, not mechanics, depth. Not the story, because I wouldn't know. This game is 2.5D. Which means enemies can be slightly in the foreground or slightly in the background. But guess what? You can't be there because you don't exist in that plane. So I'd be slicing my absolute life away at nothing. Because the enemy was 1 inch into the Z-axis. And it seems that my sword has the hitbox of a sheet of paper. This game never gets dull. When I think it's gonna get repetitive, it just launches something new at me. Okay, pause. Can we talk about the enemy designs for a bit? Most of these are quite strange. The centipedes, a falling brain, the exploding heads, this fire thing. And for some reason, the game only has you carrying around women. It's almost as if this was curated for a specific audience. So now we got going fast, fighting weird creatures, and saving damsels in distress. This is literally a Sonic game with a sword. Not that one. The non-boss stages can be broken down into basically 4 types of levels. Make it to the end. Your classic combat platform fight to the end. Go fast or die. You're either racing a Leviathan thing, protecting the military from said Leviathan, as its shield sticks down from 60% by the way. I don't know why it starts at 60. Or literally falling from the sky, fighting a floating brain before it hits the ground. And kills everyone. Am I your parent or guardian?
What if I just drop her? Can I grab her, like, out the air? Oh, this is about to be cool as hell. No, I think she's dead.
Escort missions, protect missions, take these NPCs safely to point A and B, protect the helicopters from exploding heads. I'm a sky ninja, but apparently I'm also a sky caregiver. And lastly, peak. Snowboarding? With 2 women? In your arms? Down a mountain? What more could you ask for? I guess a longer level, because it lasts like 60 seconds. I guess there's only so much Shark can take. Anyway, bosses. Variety for sure. Giant rolling crab monster, electric leviathan monster, laser sky brain monster, flaming lobster monster, and Ares. Ares is different, beyond the obvious reasons. The first time I fought him, he was so free that I was confused because I beat him in 2 hits. And I thought, well, that was underwhelming. If only I knew what he was about to become.
He's cooking me.
He took that personally. In the final fight, this man turns into Prime Goku. Combinations, barriers, ki blasts, lightning kick, fire kick, regular kick. I got him to 1 hit?
No.
And then I died.
There's no way.
And I'm pretty sure I lost consciousness for about 10 seconds after that. But eventually, I defeated him. With an extreme clench, I sat there expecting a phase 2. And then, absolutely nothing. Credits roll. In English, by the way. Wait, Messi, Nike, and Mori were in this game? Nice. 4 hours, I'm done, and it was perfect. And here's the most intriguing part of everything. This game was never released in the US, but Sony teased it. They put a demo on an official PlayStation magazine disc and labeled it Coming Soon. Coming soon to where exactly? Because, spoiler, it never came. Sony looked at this unique mechanic, fast, fun, action game, Sonic competitor, and said, you know what? Americans don't need this one. And the story? I have no idea. But here's what I think happened. Shark and Ares were friends. Ares became evil because Shark was spending too much time with women. He summons demon bugs to destroy humanity. Shark killed bugs, Ares mad, Shark loves the ladies, Ares dies. The world is saved. But now Shark travels through space trying to fill that Ares-shaped hole. Anybody know Japanese and want to tell me how accurate I am? Chain Dive is chaotic, intense, and a bit unpolished. But beneath all of that is something genuinely special. A game that rewards skill, speed, and control. The exact formula that made Sonic, Sonic. Chain Dive is not just a hidden gem. It's an unrealized potential for PlayStation to have their very own speedster, and they let it slip through their fingers. If you know how to emulate, try it. Tell me how it went. Just be ready to feel a bit illiterate, hate the Z-axis, and fall in love with it anyway. I'll see you in the next one. Toruko yoroshiku.